Hello and welcome to the last video on the Summon Slaad Death Squad spell. Now in the previous videos I described how the Slaad will appear and how they will attack, and they're very powerful in Slaad form, the two grey Slaad. The red Slaad will tend not to attack, okay, at least not physically. However, the red Slaad may use some of his equipment, his rod, the rod of the interlocutor, or the poison, okay, as a way to get rid of the victim. Now, I'll just mention that the Slaad poison is one of the most powerful poisons that I use in the game. Okay. Now, the interlocutor will have 5 doses of this poison, but 1 dose is enough. This poison is so strong that even if a save versus poison is passed, there's still a high likelihood that the victim will suffer, will die. So immediately a save versus poison, if it failed, then that's it. However, if it's passed, there's only still a 5% plus con bonus chance of survival. So if he's got, say, plus 1 con bonus, that gives 10% chance of survival. So the poison is extremely powerful. He's got 5 doses, so it's 5 chances. So he may employ this as a tool, okay, to get rid of the victim. One thing to bear in mind with the Slaad, as well as instability, is they are very vulnerable to cold. So even with the rings on, the Slaad rings of fire and ice resistance, all cold attacks will do double damage. Okay. Without the rings on, then that's it. They will die from cold attacks. As well, all fire damage does plus d6. Okay. And if you want, you can make that an explosive roll, that plus d6. I should have put that on really, but yeah, explosive. So lightning bolts also do ×2 damage. So lightning bolt is a very powerful weapon against the Slaad. Most importantly, the Slaad cannot operate in cold, very cold environments. That is, if the environment is below freezing temperature of water, they will really suffer and their blood will eventually freeze. So if you're in a cold environment, the Slaad cannot accept the mission and will leave. The Slaad are compelled to take on this mission, and they will have 3 days only to accomplish it. If they do not accomplish it in 3 days, then that's it, okay? So after 3 days, they will begin to become unstable, and they will have to return back to their plane of existence. Because they failed in the mission, these 3 Slaad will be subject to the Slaad penalty of death, okay? So that's something to bear in mind. And that's really how the scroll operates. It's a lot of fun and it's an extremely vicious and nasty spell. Anyway, I will talk more about the Slaad in other videos and how to combat them.